Among us live people whose appearance truly astonishes and makes us think, what makes them so unique? How do they cope with challenges that many cannot even imagine? What lies behind their unusualness? And how do they live their lives every day? These stories will surely surprise and inspire you. The heaviest man in the world in 2016, Juan Pedro Franco from Mexico, entered the Guinness World Records as the heaviest man in the world, weighing 595 kilograms. Due to this, he was confined to bed and had serious health problems, diabetes, hypertension, thyroid issues, and lung problems. Juan made the decision to change his life and began the fight against his weight. After seeking help, he received support from a doctor in Guadalajara who agreed to perform the surgery. It was the first time in years that Juan was able to get out of bed with the help of 8 people. After a strict diet over 3 months, he lost 170 kilograms, which allowed him to undergo gastric bypass surgery. After that, Juan changed his habits, started exercising, and continued to lose weight. At the end of 2017, he underwent another surgery, which resulted in a weight loss of 330 kilograms by 2020. Now Juan weighs 260 kilograms and, for the first time in over 10 years, he was able to walk independently again. Juan's story is an inspiring example of how even in the most difficult situations, one can change their life for the better. Could you do the same? The tallest man at the moment. Today, the average height of a man in the world is about 175 centimeters, while that of a woman is approximately 162 centimeters. However, history holds many astonishing cases where people grew significantly taller than these norms. Some of them reached truly gigantic sizes, exceeding the average height by 1.5 times and growing to an impressive 2.5 meters or even more. These giants left their mark, astonishing everyone with their incredible height. The Turkish farmer of Kurdish descent, Sultan Qasim, is currently the tallest man in the world. According to the Guinness World Records, he is 251 centimeters tall and is currently 40 years old. Until the age of 10, Sultan Qasim was like his peers, but then he began to grow very quickly. Due to his enormous height, he was unable to finish school and was forced to work on a farm to help his family. He even tried to play basketball, but his height turned out to be too much even for that. However, due to his size, Sultan Qasim found himself in the entertainment industry. He appears in films, participates in various shows, and performs in the circus. The tallest person in history, whose record was recorded by the Guinness World Records, was 20 centimeters taller than Sultan Qasim. The text is about Robert Pershing Wadlow, who was born in 1918 in the United States. Until the age of 4, he developed like an ordinary child, but by the age of 5, he needed clothes, typically worn by 17-year-olds. Robert was diagnosed with several rare diseases, including a pituitary tumor, which caused his rapid growth. Despite all the difficulties, Wadlow graduated from high school and enrolled in university, where he began studying law. In addition to studying, he toured the United States with a circus, where his performances attracted a huge audience, and people nicknamed him the Gentle Giant. However, in 1940, during the Independence Day show, one of the braces that helped him walk rubbed against his leg, causing an infection and sepsis. Unfortunately, Robert passed away in his sleep. At the time of his death, his height was measured at 272 centimeters. A woman with an allergy to water. The most unique woman in the world lives in Australia. Her name is Ashley, and she has an allergy to water. This rare condition brings her many inconveniences. Ashley cannot take a shower because after contact with water, painful spots appear on her body, and a severe allergic reaction begins. To avoid dangerous angioedema and not risk her life, Ashley is forced to take medication constantly. The problems began when she was 14 years old after suffering from tonsillitis. She was given a large dose of penicillin to save her life, but her body reacted unexpectedly. Ashley developed an allergy to water. Dermatologists tried to determine the cause of this rare reaction. They conducted numerous tests, but Ashley's condition did not improve. The doctors concluded that penicillin affected the histamine levels in her blood. It caused such an unusual allergy to water, the most essential substance for humans. Now Ashley has to live with this problem. Sometimes the spots on her skin become red and itch intensely, causing her great discomfort. Due to her allergy, she can no longer swim, play sports, or go to the pool. She can't even sweat. Therefore, she tries to spend time in cool, well-ventilated rooms. Ashley only goes outside on hot days with an umbrella. Unfortunately, there is no treatment for this disease, and she had to come to terms with it forever. The story of the girl with an abundance of hair, Sapatra, is a vivid example of how one can maintain optimism and joy in life despite a rare and unusual condition that changed her appearance. When Sapatra learned that she had made it into the Guinness World Records, her joy knew no bounds. For a 13-year-old girl, this was an incredible achievement. Despite her rare condition, Sapatra always tried to remain optimistic and did not allow herself to feel down. Her unique feature was that her entire face was thickly covered with hair. At first, the children at school teased and bullied her because of her unusual appearance. But after they learned about her world record, their attitude towards Sapatra gradually began to change. It turns out that there are about 50 people in the world suffering from a rare problem known as Ambrose syndrome. In the Middle Ages, people with hairy faces faced significant difficulties and were even considered werewolves. However, today, in modern society, the situation is much better. People are very understanding of such features. Sapatra was able to find her happiness. She got married and continues to live a full life. Sometimes, during special moments, such as at a wedding, she shaves the hair from her face to take more beautiful photos and videos with her husband. Despite her problem, Sapatra tried various solutions, including laser hair removal, but so far this method has not provided complete results. Nevertheless, she has long gotten used to her hair and does not let it overshadow her life, enjoying every moment of it. Sapatra's story shows that appearance should not interfere with enjoying life and being happy. Nick Vujicic is a man who inspires millions of people around the world with his life. He proved that the absence of arms and legs is not a barrier to being successful in helping others. Today, Nick is known as a philanthropist, motivational speaker, singer, and writer whose speeches support and motivate people to overcome difficulties and believe in themselves, regardless of the circumstances. Nick was born with a rare genetic condition. He has tetraamelia syndrome, a condition in which a person is born without limbs. Despite this severe diagnosis, he learned to accept himself as he is from a young age and dedicated his life to supporting people who face similar challenges. His childhood was not easy, as those around him did not always accept his uniqueness. But over time, Nick learned to cope with it and turned his experiences into a strength that helps him support others. After graduating from university, where Nick earned 2 bachelor's degrees in commerce, he began giving motivational speeches. Since the age of 17, he has visited various establishments, shelters, schools, prisons, and churches, where he shared his life lessons. Later, Nick founded the organization Life of Infinities, which helps people with disabilities. He has traveled to many countries, participated in various television shows and movies, and has also written several books. Today, Nick is a happy husband and father. He has 4 wonderful and completely healthy children, 2 sons and twin daughters. A person with the most piercings. In Germany, there lives a person who set the world record for the number of piercings. His name is Rolf Buchholz, and he has a total of 453 piercings on his body, including on his face and head. He is already 52 years old, but his passion for body decorations has not faded. It is this hobby that earned him a place in the Guinness World Records. The piercing on Rolf attracts special attention from those around him, combined with his numerous tattoos. On his lips, you can see 94 earrings, in his eyebrows 25, and in his nose 8. About 50 earrings are placed all over the body, and there are a total of 278 in the groin area. Many wonder how one can wear so many accessories and how comfortable such a life is, but Rolf continues to amaze with his determination. However, Rolf is a record holder only among men. The most pierced woman in the world is Elaine Davidson, who has 7,000 earrings on her body. Despite his achievements, Rolf did not limit himself to just piercings. He implanted artificial horns in his head and covered his entire body with tattoos. In the future, he plans to add even more unique changes to his appearance, sharpen his teeth into fangs, and even create an artificial tail. So this is not the end. Rolf continues to amaze the world with his experiments with appearance, and who knows what other unusual changes he will make to his look. It is interesting to think about what the most pierced man in the world will be like in the future. His story is clearly far from over. A woman with the most plastic surgeries. A woman named Cindy Jackson made it into the Guinness World Records due to the enormous number of plastic surgeries she has undergone. The real-life Barbie, Cindy, recently celebrated her 60th birthday but continues to remain popular. Her advice on plastic surgery and beauty is valued by many girls and women who decide to change their appearance through surgery. Cindy spent a fortune on numerous surgeries, and gradually she developed a true obsession with constantly improving herself. This was caused by deep-seated complexes that had haunted her since childhood. She changed almost everything about her body: her eyelids, nose, chin, waist, lips, breasts, and cheek shape. She even underwent the removal of several ribs and cheekbone correction. Cindy's hair is also not her own. It was implanted by surgeons. The number of times she has undergone chemical peels and Botox injections is simply impossible to count. Today, Cindy Jackson is known worldwide, and her beauty consultations are very expensive. In addition to this, she works as a model, appears on television shows, and even wrote a book titled Living Barbie. In this book, she detailed all her surgeries, her insecurities, and how to maintain beauty. One of the latest procedures that Cindy underwent is hand rejuvenation using collagen fillers. The world's ugliest woman, Lizzie Velasquez, known as the world's ugliest woman by some, was born with a very rare condition, Weidmann-Steiner syndrome. This illness is so rare that there are only 2 people in the world, besides Lizzie, who suffer from it. At a height of 125 centimeters, she weighs only 29 kilograms, and her body simply cannot gain weight. Despite this, Lizzie consumes 5,000 calories of food daily to maintain her strength. She lives in the USA and actively participates in scientific research on her illness, hoping to help the world uncover the reasons for its occurrence. When Lizzie was 4 years old, she completely lost vision in her right eye, and her left eye sees very poorly. Her illness is also accompanied by a weak immune system, which makes life even more difficult. But despite all these trials, Lizzie does not lose hope. Today, she is a popular blogger, speaker, motivator, and writer. She actively supports people who face rejection due to their appearance, instilling faith in them, providing hope, and boosting their self-confidence. Could you do it? Lizzie's family provides her with tremendous support. She is very close to her parents, whom she calls her heroes. She also has a younger brother and sister who are completely healthy. Since childhood, Lizzie has had to deal with the curious stares of people, and she admits that it has never been easy for her. Lizzie graduated from university and received a diploma as a motivational instructor. In collaboration, she wrote a book about her life, where she shares her daily struggle for the right to live and hopes that one day doctors will find a cure for her illness. The story of Lizzie Velasquez is an example of incredible strength of spirit and courage. She teaches us that even the most difficult challenges can be overcome with faith in oneself and the support of loved ones. Lizzie continues to inspire millions of people around the world, proving that appearance does not define a person. And who knows, perhaps her strength and optimism will help not only herself but all of humanity in the search for a solution to her rare illness. These amazing stories show that the human spirit and the desire to live can overcome any difficulties, whether they are rare diseases, unusual appearances, or challenging circumstances. Each of these individuals has proven that their uniqueness is not a weakness, but a source of inspiration and strength. But what awaits them next? Will science be able to find answers to their questions, and will the world accept them as they are? Their incredible journeys are just beginning, and there are many amazing events ahead that are sure to leave you moved. You have the opportunity to become part of our team to share such inspiring stories with the world. If you can edit videos, voice over clips in Russian or other languages, or write interesting scripts, we are waiting for you. Write to our Telegram bot using the link in the description, and let's create inspiring content together.